guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome if you're new. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So for today's video, it's definitely going to be a little different. This wasn't really like a planned video, but I thought I should just record it just in case I wanted to upload, and I feel like it would be interesting for you guys to watch. So here we are now. So today I just wanted to try to attempt the aquarium nails again, because I have been seeing them a lot over the internet. And I have tried them once before, where I did like a TikTok with my sister and it went viral. I blew up. And so yeah, I tried it before, but I've been seeing different methods over on Instagram. Just a few days ago, I watched 𝚙𝚛𝚘𝚘𝚍𝚘's video where she did the Barbie aquarium nails, and they look so cute. So yeah, I just wanted to try them again. So this video is not really like a tutorial video, so I'm not gonna speak through the entire thing. It's just kind of like a watch me work type of thing. I am working on my practice hand because I wanted to like try it before I did a full set on myself. So yeah, this is kind of like me trying it just to see different techniques and how it's going to be before I actually do my nails, like I said. So I'm going to be attempting this 3 different times. And the first 2 times were definitely trash, but the 3rd time was a charm and it looked pretty decent. I liked how it turned out, which is mainly why I did go ahead and upload all of this footage. So with this first one, it was my like original idea to try to do this. I am going to be trying to sculpt out the base with a nail farm, and I do believe these extra long nail farms are from Maya Manicures. I don't know if she still sells them or not, but I got these a while ago and I never tried them. This is actually my first time using them. But for this nail, I did try to like flatten it out as much as I could, because I want to put a full cover nail tip on top. So having that like flat base underneath, it's just going to allow me to have like room. So I did go ahead and put a thin layer over like that flat nail form. I did go ahead and let it dry, and you'll see me kind of clipping down the edges just to basically get the base ready for me to put the full cover nail on top. So yeah, the way I kind of got the idea of doing it is I wanted to try to do it like everyone else, because it seems so easy whenever I see them doing their aquarium nails. So I am just gonna prep this base, and then I'll be putting a full cover nail tip on top. So like I said, I'm not going to talk the entire time. I just wanted to kind of show you guys my attempts. But I did attempt 3 times, and I will be popping in and out the video just to let you guys know some things here and there. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing for this video. With this attempt, I did try to use gel. It's some type of builder gel. I do believe I got this from Temu. And I'm just using this to put like over the edges of the nails so I can glue down the full cover nail tip. But yeah, I am just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch these attempts. I don't want to talk too much on this video, because if you guys like this video, I will be like doing some aquarium nails on myself, and there I'll just talk through the entire process and let you guys know my thoughts and everything. And now it just feels like I'm rambling, so I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch. Like I said, I will be popping in and out the video just to kind of comment on some things, but for the most part, that's basically what I'm going to be doing for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you do want to see me do some aquarium nails on myself and see how those turn out, if they turn out even better, which I do feel like they would, because using this practice hand is a little tricky sometimes. Like it's nothing like the real hand. So yeah, just let me know if you guys want to see me do some aquarium nails on myself. Please comment that down below, and I'll try to get it out as soon as possible. But if you did click on today's video, I want to say thank you so much. If you do enjoy at the end, make sure you give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Also leave a comment down below. Like I said, if you guys want me to try these on myself, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments, and I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy this video. So question of the day, what is the hardest nail set you have ever tried, or a technique, whether it was a popular trend or you just wanted to try something? Let me know what was the hardest nail design you have ever attempted, and also let me know if it was a fail or if you think you succeeded and it looked right. Comment that down below. So I went ahead and put the oil in my nails, and the main thing I wanted to do for these nails is just to make sure that I had no leakage and allow there to be like movement inside of the nail. So once I went ahead and sealed this part in, I was having oils drip down the finger. So I knew I had some like open areas near the cuticle part. So I'm taking that same gel and just going all around the nail just to make sure I have everything sealed in. I went ahead and cured it once more. I'm wiping it down, and this is how that nail turned out. So for this one, I did have some like glitter stuck at the top, also some of the bigger pieces stuck at the bottom. I don't know how, like, I don't know why they were sticking, but there was like a lot of it stuck in areas, so it wasn't really that much movement. You can see the oil moving, but just not much of the glitters. So yeah, this was definitely a nice attempt, but to me it was a fail. Also, the nail looks really bumpy and messy along the edges. I didn't want to file anymore because I didn't want the oil to leak again. So that's one thing I have to try to perfect in my next few attempts, or whenever I try them on myself, like how to make them look neater without the oil spilling or creating even more leaks. So yeah, that was my first attempt. Now I'm going to be trying on my actual practice hand. Like the full practice hand, this is from 𝚙𝚙𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘 I will link it down below. I cannot think of where the finger is from, but I will link it down below as well, just in case you guys are interested. I haven't really used it much, but I do use it off camera kind of a little bit, but it's super realistic. I love the way it looks. I will link both of these practice hands and fingers down below. So yeah, this is my second attempt. I'm going to be trying with the actual nail tip this time, because that is how Lisette did hers whenever I watched her video. But I am going to be taking this light pink acrylic just to do like a quick ombre. I wanted to hide the white part, like the fake natural nail I inserted into my practice hand. I wanted to hide that because I didn't want it to show, as well as I'm going to take some glitters. The acrylic is from Kiara Sky. I'm going to put it on the tip of the nails. I felt like that would be a cute little background. So yeah, I'm gonna do the ombre, and then I'm gonna attempt to put on my full cover nail tip the same way I did the first one. And again, I'm just gonna let you guys go ahead and watch it. Also, if you have any, leave some tips or pointers down below. I really want to know how I could perfect this method or do things better, because I really do want to try to do some aquarium nails on myself. So when it came to this nail here, I am going to be putting that gel over the entire surface. If I do remember correctly, this is how Lisette did hers. She put the gel over the entire nail, but mine didn't turn out like hers. Like the tip area is where I'm going to be putting in my liquids and my glitters to make everything flow. But for some reason, I guess my full cover nail tip isn't high enough, so it just like went really flat. And it was touching the gel, and it was basically gonna seal in everything to where I didn't have a gap to include all of my liquids. So yeah, I just went ahead and threw that one in the trash and started over. So yeah, putting the gel over the entire nail is definitely not gonna work. So moving on to the next nail, I'm gonna go back to my practice finger. I'm gonna be using a nail tip again, but this time I'm not gonna use the gel. I feel like the gel to me is super sticky to where it's super hard to work with. And I feel like I do work better with acrylic, so this time I'm gonna attempt it with acrylic. Also, one thing I seen Lisette do in her videos, even though she did use like a flat nail tip, she went ahead and kind of like flattened it out even more. That way she had room to like insert things. And also in all 3 attempts, I do believe I did bend like the full cover nail tip just to make it have like a higher apex and make the sides go down a little more. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it does work better whenever I bend the tip. I didn't like how it had that white cast over the nail tip and full cover nail tip, but that was the only way it was gonna work, because if I got a bigger nail, it was gonna be too big, or if I got a smaller nail, it was definitely gonna be too small. So just like I did on my last attempt, I'm going to be taking that same pink and ombreing it down because I don't want that white part to show. This go around, I did make sure it was a little bit thinner, and this worked a lot better as well. So the funny thing is about this nail is that this was actually not how I was gonna do it, like really. So whenever I clipped down my sides, you saw me just do, I felt like it was a little too big. I went ahead and put the full cover nail tip back on just to see how it was gonna fit. And since I just laid that pink acrylic like at the cuticle area, it started to dry a little bit, but it wasn't like fully dry. So when I pushed down the full cover nail tip, it kind of like went into it, and I guess as it dried, it kind of made like that seal barrier to where I didn't have to go in and do much around the cuticle. So using that to my advantage, I just went ahead and used some clear to seal in my sides. And I'm making sure the beads are like kind of wet but not super wet, to where it just kind of soaks in and take up that space. I'm going to be sealing in all my areas except for the free edge, and this worked a lot better. Like I said, I feel like this acrylic worked so much better for me. The gel was just super messy, it was super sticky, I hate it. Also, for this go around, I did want to mention how, like, when I first did my nail like this and I made it this far where I was putting in the glitters, the nail underneath is longer than the full cover nail tip, and whenever I was putting in my glitters, I did cut that down, which was definitely a mistake, because since it's up there, it kind of acts as like a backboard to like catch everything so it doesn't like fall down on my table. And whenever I just tap the nail, it kind of works its way down into the nail. So having that there definitely helped me put all of those glitters, or most of it, into that nail. I did pick out a different set of glitters this time, just so, like, I don't know why, but I just felt like I wanted to use different glitters. And the main thing I wanted to do is make sure there was like space in the nail. Whenever I'm watching like aquarium nails, I feel like sometimes they are putting way too much oil in there. And by the way, this is just cuticle oil. I know some people use baby oil, it does flow a little bit better, but this is the only oil I had near me, so I'm just dropping some drops of cuticle oil down into the nail. Like I said, I feel like they always add too much oil to where there's not room for the product to move inside, so I didn't want to fill it all the way up. I wanted to make sure the air bubble was a little bit big. That's how I know it was going to be room in there. Once I went ahead and wiped everything down, I'm going to be sealing in my free edge part. Once I get it sealed in, I'm finally going to cut off that piece, like the little ledge piece. And also, one thing I noticed is how I wasn't getting spillage how I was with my first nail, and that was a good sign. So putting my full cover nail tip into like that acrylic where I did my ombre, that was such a good idea, even though I didn't have that plan, honestly. That worked so well. I didn't have to go back in and refill it, so yeah, it was just perfect. And basically this is how that nail turned out. I like it a lot, although I feel like it is a little bit plain because there isn't like a background, or there's not really much going on, but there's definitely room in here for my product to move, and I love that it does create a lot of movement compared to my other one. Although one thing I did notice, I believe I'm not giving my product like underneath time to dry. Like just when I was using the gel, I believe it wasn't like a non-wipe, so it was sticky. So when I put in my glitters, it was just kind of like sticking at those areas like near the cuticle and the free edge. So it was kind of like sticking into that gel. Also with this one, I did kind of have a few pieces of glitter like stuck near the cuticle area to where it wasn't moving. I do believe it was sticking into that acrylic I laid. So yeah, next time I will be giving it time to actually set up. Yeah, like I said, this is basically how that nail turned out, which I really like. it wasn't much going on, so off camera I did go ahead and add some rhinestones around the edges. I wasn't sure how it was gonna look, and honestly I didn't put much thought into it because I knew like this is not really like a trying attempt. It's just kind of like just go with the flow and see what happens. So yeah, I really like how this one turned out. When I showed my sister, she really liked the rhinestones around it. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll add them in whenever I do nails on myself. So yeah, I really like how this one turned out. My main goal was to actually get movement and seal everything in without the nail looking too bulky. For my first attempt, I tried like almost 2 years ago where I did on TikTok. I did put on a full cover nail tip, I believe, or like a nail tip, I can't remember. But I did like sculpt out a little piece where I actually put everything underneath my nail. Like I can't remember the entire process, but I was basically like forming little block pieces and rectangles and just carrying it to like the bottom of my nail and then sealing everything in. So I like how everything is on top of the nail this time, which is why I wanted to try different methods. And this was actually really fun. The gel, like I said, was definitely hard to work with. I don't like using the gel because it's super sticky. So if you guys want to see me attempt some aquarium nails on myself, I will be using the acrylic because that method worked a lot better for me. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Here are some clips at the end. I'm just gonna let play so you can see all of the movement. And yeah, I just really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and also leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys want to see these on my hands. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.